We're going to play the videos quite quick, okay? So listen out. Right, hello everybody, welcome back to the action. It's now time for the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup and the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. We've come back up to Goddard's to catch up with some of the action. The cars are just heading out on track. However, we did have a quick catch up with some of the drivers in the assembly area before qualifying, and here's what the Metro Cup drivers had to say ahead of the race. Coleman over here on the right. Let's go say hello to Pete, shall we, in the Hickford Construction MG Metro Cup. Hello, Pete. Is it warm enough? Ian. Is it warm enough for you today?
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Do you know, actually, yeah, it is. It is really nice. How do these cars perform in the heat compared to, say, just fairly standard conditions?
The tyres heat up a lot quicker, so you get grip a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Which gives you confidence in the car. When you're out there, you don't actually feel the heat. It's here and in back therm, but the cars go well.
Yeah.
The turbos, without a carburettor, they have a lot of problems with heat.
Right.
But
yeah.
we don't, because we feel injected.
Brilliant. So we're expecting good things, huh? Is that?
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
Always am. I'm not a good driver, but...
Don't. Hey, look, you're behind the wheel. That makes you a good driver, I can tell you that. You're braver than I am, Pete. That's why I do this and don't drive. Best of luck, won't you? Mark Eels is just coming straight up to us right here. There we go. Let's go grab a word. Actually, I'm just seeing if Mark... He's got his top off. Look. There's my mate. There's Ian Dowler as well. Mark, it's that hot, innit? You got your top off. you can't race like that, mate.
I've been hiding in the shade all morning.
Yeah.
Try and get a good run in qualifying. I thought I better get up and sit in the sun for the next 15 minutes. And,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but it's gonna be scorchy, hasn't it? So.
You might suppose you have the door open. It must be roasting. It must be absolutely roasting already.
It is, yeah. But yeah, you know, nice sunny weekend though. Better than rain, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
can't
especially for spectating and that. So yeah.
Right, stay safe, mate. Stay dry, won't you? Cheers, Mark. Kyla, how are we doing? It's good to see you again.
Hiya, yeah.
It is a little bit warm today, isn't it? How are you trying to keep cool?
Yeah, I'm trying, but right now, not going to happen. It's just, yeah, I've got to get used to it.
You've got to get used to it, haven't you? But look, let's talk about Donington Park. What's it like to drive in one of these?
It is fun. It is fun, especially craner curves.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, keep the power on, just go. But it is a great circuit to race.
Fantastic. Foot to the floor, that's what we like to hear.
So that's what the plan is.
That's it. Best of luck, Kyla. Right, welcome back everybody. Yeah, it was great to catch up with the Metro Cup drivers ahead. Now the car's about to line up. Let's just pop the qualifying order up onto the screen for you so you can have a little look. It's Richard Buckley on pole position in the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup, closely followed by Mike Williams, Matthew Simpson in third, then Ian Dowler, then Dan Jones, Peter Birchall, Dave Harrison, Kevin Burke. Then as we move into the Metros, Dan Willis, the man on pole position, Mark Eels in second, Tim Shooter. What a great qualifying that was by Robbie Kennan. He starts in fourth place. Then Phil Goodwin, Steve Williams, David James, John Moore, Kyla Birdseye. That is your qualifying order, as you can see. Let's pop it down because the cars are just lining up and they do make a beautiful sight. They really, really do. Just take a look at these cars lining up here. Of course, the Metros will go slightly after as well. Dan Willers expecting to go quick. Mark Eels is a man who is always quick. And if you're anywhere near Mark Eels, you're definitely near the sharp end of the grid. A little bit later start than we had initially anticipated, mainly because there was quite a big crash actually in the MG Trophy race ahead, just in front of where we are actually. I'm pleased to say though, everybody is okay. So the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup cars will go first, and it will be closely followed by the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. What a grid, what a start line. I hope you're excited for this. Comment below, tell us who are you supporting for this race. It's almost go, go, go. Here we go, race one of the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup and Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. They're sharing the grid a lot of MG cars out on the track. It's going to be exciting. What's it going to be? Richard Buckley and Mike Williams toe-to-toe into Redgate. We've got Mark Eales and Dan Willers in the Metro Cup going toe-to-toe. Now, if my understanding is they're going to do it like they did the last time these grids were joined together, then the MG Cup will go first. It's lights on and it's lights off for the MG Cup. And let's have a little look. It looks like, it does look like Mike Williams very quick off the line, isn't he? Is Richard Buckley going to hold on? And off go the Metro Cup as well. It's like a very good start by Mark Eales. But let's have a look into Redgate. Mike Williams takes the lead of the MG Cup. It looks like it's going to be Eales. But look at Tim Shooter. He's diving down the inside as well. It's Shooter, Willers and Eales. And is that, who's that? Is that... It is, it's Phil Goodwin in there as well, and Mark Eales takes the lead. Tim Shooter's in second place. Big drama already early doors here, and Dan Willers loses out off the line big time in the Metro Cup. He's dropped down to third or fourth place, I believe. Oh, what a view we've got up here as well. We're going to see them coming up very quickly through the Schwantz curve into McLean's. Then they're going to come round the back straight into Coppice. There they go, and it is Mike Williams, the leader, from Richard Buckley, with Matt Simpson all over the back of him. Ian Dowler in the fourth place, like Peter Birchall's going well. It's also in fifth. He's had a good start, hasn't he? It's Peter Birchall. Mark Eales, the leader in the Metro Cup, from Tim Shooter. And is that Richard Garrard? I think it's Richard Garrard, I think, or is it Goodwin? We'll find out very shortly anyway, I can tell you that right now, so don't go anywhere. Here we go. Action-packed as they come down into Roberts, and a few drivers making a move. Is that Kaylee Twigger trying to make a bit of a move there? Here they come. There is Mike Williams, there is Richard Buckley, there is Matt Simpson. 1, 2, 3 in the Church Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Peter Birchall's got himself up to fourth place now. Ian Dowler coming under a lot of pressure from Burke as well. There goes Kaylee Twigger, going very well. Dan Jones and Dave Harrison making a move on Dan Jones. Ian Bolton, Hiley, there's Gill, there's Mason, Manchegetta. I didn't think it'd be on track. There's Keane, Maddie McGuire, Mark Eales making a move at the tail end of the MG Cup car. Through they go, and look at this. Getting right in the mix, Steve Williams right in the mix as well, John Moore right in the mix. This is great driving as they go into Redgate. Everybody's getting through nice and safely. Andrew Ewens and Chris Savoury just coming over the start finish line to complete lap 1. Wow, cracking stuff, isn't it? This is exciting. This is exciting indeed, it always is. I can tell you, don't go anywhere, but Richard Buckley and Matt Simpson won't want Mike Williams to get away at all, will he? It is Williams from Buckley, Simpson, Birchall, Dowler, Burke, Twigger, Jones, Harrison, Bolton, Hiley, Gill, Baston, Keane, Maguire. That's how it stands in the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. In the Metro Cup, the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup, Eales, Shooter, Willers, Goodwin, Williams, that is Steve Williams, John Moore, and then Davis, Kenning, Ball, Wood, Javes and Birdseye. Then we've got Coleman, Burnett, Ewens and Savoury. That's your running order in the Metro Cup as they come round to complete lap 2, and it is Mike Williams there in the lead from Richard Buckley and Matt Simpson. 1, 2, 3. These three were Dyson at Silverstone as well, and a Dyson once again at Donington Park. There's Peter Birchall, there's Ian Dowler as well. There is Burke coming over the line very well to Kaylee Twigger, having a strong race, but Dave Harrison trying to close her down. Both got past Dan Jones there. Ian Bolton. There's Mark Eales now coming through some of the cup cars. Tim Shooter trying to make a move as well. That's been held up a little bit. Can't quite get through. And here he goes, just through in his quest to get Mark Eales. Okay, Carla Birdseye going on. There's Neil Burnett, Pete Coleman. And Neil Burnett's getting a race, isn't he? He's got past Coleman. We'll just wait for Ewens and Savoury. There is Ewens and Chris Savoury there coming over the start-finish line here at Donington Park. It's baking hot weather. It's glorious weather. I do believe, unfortunately, Tony Howe has not been able to start this race. Did have a chat with him actually in the paddock. There was a couple of issues with the car. It doesn't look like he's managed to get them fixed, and unfortunately he's out of the race. Mike Williams in the lead, Richard Buckley just behind, looking like he might even be closing the gap a little bit. They've got just a touch of breathing space between them and Matt Simpson, who's in third, and then Matt Simpson's got quite a big bit of breathing space between him and Peter Birchall in fourth, although Ian Dowler putting a bit of pressure on, not going anywhere. And look at that. I can tell you Richard Buckley's a lot closer to Mike Williams this time. He might even get a bit of a slip or a run into Redgate, and he's going to try it. He's going to try. He's really got a toe on him, but he's going to be forced to go around the outside, and unfortunately, unless Williams goes wide, he's not going to get the job done there, and he doesn't. Williams stays in the lead of the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Kaylee Twigger still ahead of Dave Harrison, with Dan Jones sticking around too. That's going to be a good battle to watch out for as this race progresses. 15 minutes still to go. It's still Mark Eels in the Hickman Construction MG Metro Cup from Tim Shooter, from Dan Willis in 3rd place, Phil Goodwin in 4th. Then comes Timothy Davis in 5th. Then it's a plethora of Metros with Williams, Robbie Kenny and John Moore going through as well. And I think we've lost Baston, haven't we? I think we've lost Craig Baston out of this race. He's tumbling down the order. And unfortunately, I think that could be it for Craig Baston. We might... I'm just waiting to see if we're going to have any waved yellow. I've just seen one of the marshals. They've got a yellow flag in their hand, but they're not waving it, so no waved yellows. Oh, thank you, Leon. Pointing down at the far end. We think someone has gone off up there. They've had a spin. Is it? No. Not to worry. Not to worry. We'll figure out soon. Oh, thank you, Leon. Thank you. Oh, well spotted. And yeah, Richard Buckley's got past Mike Williams. Fantastic stuff. Apologies there. Yeah, Leon was trying to tell me. my powers of trying to work out what we're saying were not very good there. But it is a new leader in the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Richard Buckley's taking Mike Williams. Matt Williams still going in 3rd place. And Dowler's got past. Ian Dowler's got past Peter Birchall as well. And they're still going toe to toe. And he holds a very tight line into Redgate. No way through there. There goes Mark Eels in the Hickford Construction MG Metro Cup as well, coming over the line, going very, very well indeed. Mark Eels with quite the lead, isn't he? And there is Dan Willis. Dan Willis up to 2nd place. What's happened to Tim Shooter? Phil, did I miss Tim Shooter? Kyler Bird's over the line. There's Maddie McGuire in the MG Cup. Here comes Neil Burnett and Pete Coleman. These two were having a great dice last time at Alton Park when we were with the Metros. They have raced since at Mallory Park, but those two resuming battles here in front of the camera. And yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Tim Shooter something's happened to Tim Shooter's car. We're just waiting to see what. Here comes Andrew Ewins, Chris Savory. And oh my word, look at these two. How close they're getting. Buckley and Mike Williams getting incredibly close as they come down the start-finish line. That is for 1st place outright in the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Exciting stuff indeed. Now I can't see where Tim Shooter, what has happened to Tim Shooter? That's what we all want to know. Unfortunately, it does look like he's out of the race. He was running in 2nd place. It's promoted Dan Willis up to 2nd place in the Metro Cup. Can't blink for a second, can you? How exciting this is. A number of classes, of course, in the MG Cup. Class C, that's the main class. Richard Buckley, Mike Williams and Matthew Simpson all going toe-to-toe in that. Wayne Stanley Parker retired actually at the end of last Silverstone, final race. Which was a real pleasure to have him racing though. We've got Steve Hiley, Class A, Maddie McGuire's racing in Class B, Ian Bolton, Class A, Steve Tyler, Class A, John Gill, Class A. Dowler going very well to Burnett and to Pete Coleman still resuming rivalries. It's a wonderful battle those two have. And there they go, it's still Buckley from Williams. We've got, 11.5 minutes of this race to go. This is going to go all the way to the wire. Who can maintain it? It's high pressure racing all the way to the checkered flag. Matt Simpson going over the line comfortably in 3rd place. Is it still Dowler from Birchall? We've got Ewins and Savory coming over. It is. It's still Ian Dowler in 4th place from Peter Birchall in 5th. And of course Dowler's running a different class as well. Burke coming over the line as well in Class B. There is Kaylee Twigger in Class C, Dan Jones in Class B, and Dan Jones has got back past Dave Harrison. Dave Harrison in Class C, Dan Jones in Class B, but Dan Jones is very quick. He's got back past Dave Harrison. There goes Mark Eels over the line, your leader in the MG Metro Cup, and he's got quite a lead at the minute, hasn't he? Ian Bolton just about to be in his shot. There is Dan Willis in 2nd place in the MG Metro Cup, just about to come into your camera. Phil Goodwin, number 3, running in 3rd place as well. Steve Williams in 4th. There's Timothy Davis in 5th. John Moore 6th. Robbie Ken in 7th. Terry Wood 8th. David James 9th. We've got Ball there. Then Kyler Birdseye coming over the line too. So Birdseye's actually got past Hiley in that. Of course, different championships in this. Although I do think I might just got back past into Redgate. And Pete Coleman's got past Neil Burnett there. Those two have been scrapping all race and are about to be lapped by the two MG Cup leaders. Oh, this is exciting stuff, isn't it? We've still got 10 minutes to go. Remember, it's a joint grid as well. There goes Dowler. There's Birchall. There goes Burke as well, sticking around, doing a great job here. It's great to have Kevin Burke in the field. And there goes Mark Eales, your Metro Cup race leader. Like I said, he's got a comfortable lead at the minute, hasn't he? Something's happened to Tim Shooter. We're not sure what, but he's out of the race, unfortunately. He was running in second place. In fact, he had a cracking start, didn't he? Not as good as Mark Eales. There is Dan Willis in second place in the Metros. Number of cars coming over there. It's Phil Goodwin in third place. Steve Williams going very well in fourth. Shares his car with his son, Ben Williams, who had a podium himself in Mallory Park. John Moore. Then there's Tim Davis, Terry Wood, Robbie Kennan, David James. There is Ball as well as Kyler Birdseye, battling with Hiley. Different championships, of course. But still good fun, no doubt, to be having a bit of a dice out there. There's Buckley. If anything, Buckley's extended his lead ever so slightly, but there's literally next to nothing in it. 0.9 of a second over the line. Buckley with the fastest lap of the race, 1:23.128. Going very well indeed. There's Pete Coleman. What's happened to Neil Burnett? Where's Neil Burnett? And Dowler and Birchall just coming over at the minute. So your overall leaderboard looks like this. It's Buckley from Williams, Simpson, Dowler, Birchall, Burke, Twigger, Jones, Harrison. Then the first Metro Cup driver is Eales. Then Bolton, Willers, Gill, Goodwin, Williams, Moore, Davis, Wood, Kenning, James, Ball, Birdseye, Hiley, Maguire, Keane, Coleman, Burnett, Ewan, Savoury. And has something, did I miss it? I think something's happened. Yes, unfortunately. It looks like we've lost Neil Burnett from this race as well. What a shame that is, as Mark Eales goes over the line in the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. And Willers just getting through a few of the back markers there. There is Phil Goodwin, Steve Williams. So podium place still up for grabs in the Metro Cup, the One Make Series. Started in 1992. Here we are in 2021, still going. What a year next year will be, anniversary year. So we've still got 7 minutes of this race left to go, and it's a high drama here at Donington Park. Don't go anywhere, stick with this right to the end. I guarantee you won't want to miss it. Straight after, we've got the Cockshoot Cup Race 1 action coming up as well. We'll be live for that. We'll be staying live for that too, so don't go anywhere. Do stick with it. As soon as the checkered flag falls, we're going to be sticking around with the Cockshoot Cup. So big news. Can Richard Buckley get the win here? A bit of a battle going on. There's Kaylee Twigger, there's Dan Jones, and there's Dave Harrison. Kaylee and Dave both Class C, Dan Jones Class B, but they've been locked together this entire race. It's wonderful stuff to witness, isn't it? It must be a lot of fun. And Dave Harrison has just got back past Dave Jones, and he tries to go down the inside of Kaylee Twigger, but can't quite make it. Has to slam the brakes on a little bit, locks up, and that might actually let Dan Jones back through as they head down towards the Crater Curves. There goes Andrew Ewins in the Metro Cup. There's Dan Willis in second place. Ian Bolton in Class A in the MG Cup rather, coming over. There's Gill in the MG Cup. Phil Goodwin running in third in the Metros. There's Steve Williams. There's Chris Savoury, John Moore, Robbie Kennan, Terry Wood, David James, and Tim Davis. Looks like he dropped back a bit, doesn't he? Buckley there in the MG Cup. The leader still leading, Mike Williams. There's Kyler Birdseye and Hiley. And oh, it looks like Birdseye's got past Ball. Has Ball dropped down a little bit in the Metros? It's great to have Joe Ball back as well for the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. It's a huge grid for both the MG Cup and the Metro Cup, both championships in very, very strong positions right now, and it's what we like to see, isn't it? Pete Coleman was having a cracking ding-dong all race with Neil Burnett, but it looks like we've lost Neil, unfortunately, as Dave Harrison looks to try and make a move on Kaylee Twigger as they head up to Redgate. He's going to try and dive around the outside, but Kaylee has, you can't outsmart Kaylee there. There goes Mark Eales over the line, comfortably in the lead in the Metro Cup. So the only change on that last lap was Dave Harrison got past Dan Jones, but that was done over the line, so that was done right at the start of the lap. So no position changes anywhere across the field on that last lap with just over 4.5 minutes of this race left to go. And it looks to me as if Steve Williams is getting a lot closer to Phil Goodwin there. That would be for a podium as well in the Metro Cup, so keep a sharp eye on that one. You just can't take your eyes off this, can you? Ball gets out of the way of Simpson, but Ball and Birdseye are having a cracking race together. They really are. That's worth keeping an eye on all the way to the end with 4 minutes of this race left to go. Birdseye and Ball, they're right in the mix of traffic as well. So that one could go down to the wire. In fact, it will go down to the wire. So Dowler and Birchall quite close together too in the MG Cup. Remember, multiple classes. We're talking through all that as it happens as well. There's Katie Twigger, Dave Harrison and Dan Jones. Those three have had a wonderful race. There'll be all smiles after this because this is exactly what we go racing for, isn't it? Pete Coleman just coming. I don't know, he might be pulling into the pits there. He took quite a tight line in, didn't he? Cut to the left quite quickly, but he stayed out. And I can see, I think, one of the Metros looks like they're going quite slow at the top of the back straight heading into Coppice. I hope it might just be because they're a long way away. That's all. It just looks slower than they probably are. Definitely are, rather. Right, there's Dan Willers, second place in the Metros. There's Ian Bolton in the MG Cup Class A. There's Gill in Class A also. There's Buckley, still got the lead. Where's Mike Williams? There he is. So Mike Williams is dropping back. Mike Williams is dropping back, whether that's traffic or he's had a bit of an off, and Robbie Kenny just kicks a bit of dust up from the final corner. So it looks like Buckley's got a reasonable lead. He's got a 3-second lead now with 3 minutes of this race left to go. Here comes Kyla Birdseye. She's been having a good fight with Joe Ball, but Joe Ball's dropped back a little bit. They've got past Maddie Maguire in the MG Cup. Of course, 2 championships racing, so please bear with me, sometimes it can be quite confusing. We've got the MG Cup and the Metro Cup, obviously racing together. And all for the first time, done this a number of times. Great camaraderie between both championships. And Dave Harrison was closer to Kaylee Twigger than he's ever been before. Can he have a go at this one? And again, Kaylee puts it right in the middle of the track and just says, hey, you're going to have to work for this. And Dave Harrison cannot get past. Kaylee Twigger holds on to the position. Twigger in 6th, Harrison in 8th. So still Mark Eales the leader in the Metro Cup, and with 2 minutes on the clock to go, barring a mechanical failure, there he is. He should get this job done. Number 444. Double winner. Is it Alton Park? Is he double winner? There goes Willis. There is Buckley, your MG Cup race leader. Mike Williams just having to dip inside in 2nd place in the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Class C cars there, Mike Williams Class C and Richard Buckley Class C. Simpson's also Class C, as is Peter Birchall. And then of course the Metro Cup is all one make. It's wonderful stuff. I know they'll all have big smiles on their faces. It's been sensational racing. It really has, from absolutely everybody. This is club racing at its very best. I'm not just saying that, I'm not just being biased. There's been battles all over the field. There's been respect between both championships. It's been wonderful. It really, really has. But it is Richard Buckley in the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup who's getting the job done at the minute. Just see Chris Savory's about to appear in your shots. Not going to miss that, are we? With the bright pink wheels in the Metro Cup for Chris Savory. Pete Coleman about to appear as well. So we've got 30 seconds left on the clock. I'm just trying to work out where Richard Buckley is, whether this will be the last lap or not. No, it won't be. Here he is. Here comes Richard Buckley. He will now start the final lap of the race. Over he goes to start his final time around. And his lead over Mike Williams there in the red Metro is 3.6 seconds. Dan Willis coming over second place. He's second in the Metros. Oh, Robbie Kennan getting some serious pace coming out of the final chicane here. Terry Wood and John Moore Dyson. There is David James coming over the line too. This is now the final lap of the race. Tim Davies coming over the line. Steve Hiley coming over the line. There's Dowler, he's got his lights ablaze. Kyler Burnside, Peter Birchall, Matty Maguire, Andrew Ewins, Joe Ball. This is magnificent stuff, this really is. So here we go, it's the final time around, and it won't be long before we see Richard Buckley appear in our screen to take the win in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. It's almost like the calm before the storm, isn't it? There's Chris Savoury. There is Richard Buckley. He comes over the line. Richard Buckley, car number 20, takes the win in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. There goes Mark Eales as well. He wins in the Metro Cup as well. Congratulations, Richard Buckley, Mark Eales. There goes Dan Willis, is about to come over the line. He takes the win. He takes second place in the Metro Cup. Tim Davies is going to hold. Phil Goodwin is going to hold on for third place. I get my words right. Steve Williams comes on line. Matt Simpson in third in the MG Cup. He's got his hand out the window. I think he's quite happy with that. There goes Robbie Kenny. He's had a great race, hasn't he? Terry Wood as well. We'll wrap everything up for you very, very shortly. Here comes Tim Davies. There goes Ian Dowler as well. He's going to finish ahead. He's Class B, but he's going to finish ahead of Peter Birchall, who's in Class C. So it looks like Ian Dowler picks up Class B honours in the MG Cup. Wonderful stuff. Just want to see who's going to pick up Class A honours. Cody Twigger coming home in 7th place, Dave Harrison in 8th, so Twigger stayed ahead of Harrison. Dan Jones finished in 9th. So for the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup, it's Richard Buckley taking a magnificent win. Williams in 2nd, Simpson in 3rd, Dowler in 4th, Birchall in 5th, Burke in 6th, Twigger in 7th, Harrison in 8th, Jones in 9th. Then in the Metros, we've got Mark Eales, your race winner, Dan Willis in 2nd place, Goodwin in 3rd, Steve Williams in 4th, Robbie Kenning in 5th place. It's only his 2nd ever race meeting. Well done, Robbie Kenning. Then we've got Terry Wood, David James, Tim Davies. Then we've got Kyla Birdseye, great race from Kyla as well. She was having a cracking time, wasn't she? Having a good toe-to-toe with Joe Ball. And I think that is it now. John Moore's dropped down the order a bit as John Moore retired from the race. So let's just pop up the TSL onto the screen for you so you can see for yourself how this exciting race finished. It was a cracker, wasn't it? It really was exciting. There is Buckley. So there we go, there it is, TSL on your screens. You just have a little look at the results for yourself so you see how things finish. Who are you supporting today? Comment below. We do want to hear from you. Remember, we're staying live now as well. We have the race 1 of the Cockshoot Cup about to come up, so do stick with us. But we're just going to, we can pop, no, we'll stay up here. I think we do have more of the cars coming in. We've just popped TSL down now because we've got a lovely shot of the cars just pulling into the pit lane here. Wonderful stuff. Well done, everybody. They probably can't see me up here, but I might wave to them anyway. Maddie Maguire can see me. She just gave me a wave. I'm going to wave to Burke. See if Kevin Burke can see me. No, wave to Kaylee Twigger. She can't see me. There's Dave Harrison. Dave has given me a thumbs up. Good lad, Dave. There's Andrew Ewins. He can't see me. Dan Jones, Dan, the tallest man in motorsport, can't see me. There's Yago King can see me, he's giving us a thumbs up. There's Joe Ball. He can't see me either. Well, you've got to try, haven't you? You've got to try these things. Now I can see Nigel and Craig Baston's car actually is just about to be towed by the tractor away. We're going to stay up here actually. It is time for the Cockshoot Cup. We'll stick up here because I don't think it's going to be long before they're out on track. So there you go. That is race 1 of the Hickfield Construction Limited MG Metro Cup and also of the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup finished. That's actually the end of the on-track action as well for both these championships for today. They will be back tomorrow, of course, and we'll bring you the racing action live. We're not done with them just yet either. We will be in the in the paddock a little bit later to bring you live driver reaction and behind the scenes, our exclusive behind the scenes coverage as well. Right, so that ends the Metro Cup and MG Cup. Now we move on to the Cockshoot Cup, and as you can see on your screen, there they are, almost ready to get out on track. What a wonderful sight that is. Now we obviously did qualifying a little bit earlier with the Cockshoot Cup. We had a good chat with the drivers, and here's what some of them had to say in the assembly area ahead of qualifying. It's a nice brolly. Brian,
oh yeah,
how are you doing? It's good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Are you feeling ready for this one?
Yes, well up for this one. I've got my hot competitor next door. He's the one to beat for me this weekend. So, well, I know Chris he's the lap record holder here. So it's all to play for.
Records are there to be broken, though, right, Brian?
Well, actually, it could be too hot. I think it could be too hot. So that's the unknown. Yeah, we complain about the rain. We complain about.
We're never happy, are we?
No, never happy. It's such a small window that we're aiming for.
Is it a concern of tyres going off then? Is that potentially the problem, or overheating? Or?
I wondered if the track might be too hot. You know, they're not going to get the same adhesion.
Yeah. So
we've gone out with dry settings, and I don't know. I've just heard quite a lot of understeer cars that I was watching in Redgate. So it is what it is. We're all the same anyway. So
we are all the same.
Whatever it is for me, we're all the same. But no, looking forward to it. Your beautiful blue sky, great circuit.
Fantastic. I can see you smiling underneath the helmet there, Tom. Best of luck, Brian. Enjoy it, won't you? Thanks for talking to us. Tony.
Not as bright as that one.
No, that's true, but you know, yeah, you two, have you done this on purpose? Just next to each other?
It wasn't planned at all. No, I thought I was one on my own, but obviously I'm not.
Tony, one thing you might be missing, you do need a steering wheel. You do know that, don't you?
Oh. Do you know,
There's no steering wheel in it.
Well, they told me it was flat on every corner around here, so I didn't need a steering wheel.
There you go. That's fine. Just straight and flat. That's all you need.
Flat everywhere. Yeah.
Tony, look, best of luck for the race. Enjoy it, won't you? Thanks for talking to us. Let's move on a little bit. We've got Carl Green over here as well. He's got his helmet on, but we'll see if we can grab a quick word with Carl. How you doing? You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Carl, tell me what it's like to take this out round Donington.
It's great, to be fair. Handles really well, really fast in the corners. Lovely long straight when you come out the top.
Yeah.
So as long as you get it right out the top corner there, it's fantastic.
Final little chicane there. It's almost a little kink, isn't it? But you can't go flat, can you?
No. You've got to mind the curbs as well, because they can proper chuck you off if you hit the curbs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy it. I like Donington. Always enjoy it.
Good man. Enjoy it, won't you? Foot to the floor. That's what we like to see. It's easy for me to say.
Especially through craners.
Especially through craners. There we go. Lovely stuff. Right, there we go. That was just ahead of qualifying a little bit earlier today. And talking of qualifying, here's how the cars are going to line up. We've got a little graphic to show you on the screen. It is going to be Carl Green, who's on pole position in Class C. Then we've got Ray Collier alongside him. I'm just going to brighten up my screen, actually, just so I can... So bright here today, isn't it? It's sunny. Mark Wright is in third place. Then it's David Greenbank, also in Class C. In fourth, Simon Lowry in fifth, Class C. Then we have our first Class B on pole position in Class B is the Whit Thompson car number 87. Then Brian Butler, Class F on pole position, car number 1 in 7th place. Then it's Christopher Greenbank, he's Class F as well in 8th. Mike Peters, Class B in 9th. Paul Wignall, Class A in 10th, and on pole in Class A. Aaron Jackson is 11th, Class B. Mark Bellamy, Class B and 12th. David Coulthard, Class C and 13th. James Johnson is 14th in Class B. Ian Wright is 15th rather in Class A. John Payne is 16th in Class B. Ian Cochrane is 17th in Class C. Gareth Jones 18th in Class F. Joseph McClure is 19th in Class F. Tom Church is 20th in Class F. Ashley Woodward, 21st in Class C. Helen Waddington is 22nd in Class F. Leon Wignall is 23rd in Class A. Tony Riles is 24th in Class C. Max Pittock-Holdsworth is 25th in Class C. And Richard Johnston is 26th and Class F. That's how they will line up, and all of their classes as well involved with the Cockshoot Cup. Wonderful stuff. We're looking forward to this 20-minute race coming up. Of course, the actual final bit of on-track action for the Cockshoot Cup today, but we'll be back live later this afternoon with the Cockshoot Cup in the paddock as well. So you're going to get up close and personal from about a 2-metre distance, of course, with the drivers of the Cockshoot Cup and see their cars too. Make sure you tune back in for that, because we are exclusive paddock walks are becoming quite famous now. We like to bring you live and exclusive content that nobody else brings you. We get into the heart of motorsport. We'll be in the paddock, walking around, no script, one microphone. Who knows what's going to happen? We've seen some funny sights over the years, so make sure you tune back in for that. That will be probably just after 4 o'clock or so make sure you come back for that. It's going to be an absolute cracker. We'll also be alongside the Metro Cup, MG Cup and BCV8 Championship as well to catch up with all of those people. So do tune in if you want a little exclusive behind the scenes look here at Donington Park. But before we do that, we have the small matter of the Cockshoot Cup race, and it's going to be an absolute cracker, isn't it? Carl Green, Ray Collier lined up alongside each other. There they are, car number 30 and car number 10. This is going to be really exciting. The Whit Thompson car number 87 on pole position in Class B, and Brian Butler on pole in Class F, and Paul Wignall on pole in Class A. So plenty of action throughout the field here for the Cockshoot Cup. We're just waiting to get the all clear from the track. There was a couple of cars, 1 or 2 cars I think, just pulled to the side and retired from the previous race. They just need to be recovered and brought away. But what a lovely sight that is. And comment below, do talk to us, do comment. We can see the comments. Who are you supporting in the Cockshoot Cup? We want to hear from you. If we get a chance, we'll read them out as well. So please do comment below. Do tell us who you're supporting. And we also want to know where you're watching from as well. So do, because we like to hear from you. So I'm going to have a little look through now as we're just watching the cars. They're ready to go. They must be absolutely baking sat in those cars right now. It is hot to trot here today at Donington. Do you know what though? We're back tomorrow for more as well. Few comments coming in actually just from the race we've just had. Steph Trevette going, what happened to Rich and Tony? I think Tony Howe, he had a problem actually in the paddock, and unfortunately, yes, as somebody's rightly put as well, the curse of Donington. I spoke to Tony earlier, did say Donington just hasn't been a good track for him for the last 2 years, and unfortunately the curse of Donington strikes again for Tony Howe. And I can just see the recovery track actually bringing one of the cars back. I think it might even be Tim Shooter's Metro. He's going very well in the Metros. Unfortunately, had to retire from the race. It won't be long. Stick with us. Don't go anywhere, because we're going to be racing very shortly. In fact, there goes the whistle now, and the cars are going to make their way out onto the track. They'll do a formation lap behind the safety car and line up, and it'll be lights out for 20 minutes of hot action here at Donington Park for the Cockshoot Cup. And away they go, look, as they make their way round onto the circuit. Oh, and it's John Moore in Tim Shooter's car. I've seen being towed on the flatbed, actually, just the other side. Oh, and it is warm today. Must thank MSV, though, here at Donington Park, because they've put the air conditioning on in the media suite, and it's glorious in there, I have to say. Right, let's just pop that qualifying order back up onto the screen for you just whilst we make our way around, just so you can have a little look for yourself to see how the drivers are lining up. think this is my favourite place. Donington Park, up here at Goddard Suite. It's glorious. And you can all tune in and watch it live. In the shade as well. We're stood in the shade. Just going to duck my head under. Well, we'll pop that down. I believe, do we have the Cockshoot calendar as well to show? Because it's been quite a season for the Cockshoot Cup, hasn't it? If we've got that image, we could pop it up, the calendar image for the Cockshoot Cup, because they head to Snetterton next. Now I think it's the middle one, the Cockshoot Cup. So just chatting to my producer there as we just make sure we get the right image for you, because we've also got the Metro Cup calendar image and the BCV8s as well from earlier. But yeah, the Cockshoot Cup, the best 7 of 8 rounds count towards the championship. So you can afford to have one bad round in the Cockshoot Cup because it'll get dropped. But any more than that, it's organised by the Northwest Centre of the MG Car Club, just to really help people up in that area get to racetracks quite easily. Obviously Donington Park, Alton Park's the home circuit, I suppose, for the Cockshoot Cup. I suppose you've got Croft up that way, up Yorkshire way, haven't you? Just a quick slip across the M62, is it, I guess, across the Pennines? From the northwest to the northeast. So the car's about to peak. You can just see them coming down, and here they are, lining up, ready for this action-packed 20 minutes feast of motorsport for the Cockshoot Cup. Who's going to get into Redgate first? Carl Green, Ray Collier, about to line up toe-to-toe and ready to commence battle here. Oh, you can feel the tension, can't you? You can feel the nerves down there. Carl Green, Ray Collier, Mark Wright, David Greenbank, Simon Lowry. Then we've got Whit Thompson, car number 87, Brian Butler, Christopher Greenbank, Mike Peters, Paul Wignall, Aaron Jackson, Mark Bellamy, David Coulthard, James Johnson, Ian Wright, John Payne, Ian Cochrane, Gareth Jones, Joseph McClure, Tom Church, Ashley Woodward, Helen Waddington, Leon Wignall, Tony Riles, Max Pittock Holdsworth and Richard Johnson. Here we go. It's almost time for lights out. I do get excited about this bit. I'm sure you are at home. Wherever you're watching this, tell us, where are you watching this to? Are you at home? Are you at work? Are you at Silverstone today? Of course, it's the British Grand Prix sprint race, the new format. Are you at a different racetrack? Are you at a different sporting event? If you are, do tell us, comment below. I mean, we can see the comments. We do want to hear from you. Cars just lining up. Here we go. Final few cars just getting into position. As soon as we get there we go, the green flag has been waved. It's almost time for lights on. There we go, lights on. As soon as they go out, we'll be racing. Off we go. And let's have a little look who's got a good start. I think both Green and Connie have had a solid start there, and I think it might be Green who's going to hold the line going into Redgate. Let's have a look. Please, everybody, just get through safely. And it does look like Carl Green takes the lead into Redgate. But look, that's one of the MGS has nipped through as well. I think that's Mark Wright might have jumped up to second place. Incredible stuff. What a wonderful start. I suppose the MGS, they're not actually that lightweight. We spoke to a couple of drivers, didn't we? They're full of solid metal. They're not actually as lightweight as they look. But he's managed to get a good start anyway. Let's stick down here. You'll see them coming up the Schwantz curve, then around McLean's very, very shortly. So let's see. It looked to me like Carl Green managed to hold on to the lead at the opening corner here at Donington Park. It's race one of the Cockshoot Cup. It's live, it's baking hot, but my word, the action is also intense as well. And look at it, it does look like Mark Wright's all over the back of Carl Green as well. Look at them, they're going toe to toe as they head down the back straight, up, round into Coppice. Is he going to manage to hold on? Everybody gets through safely round McLean's as well. That's what we want to see. And we have a new leader. I believe it's Mark Wright. I believe Mark Wright has taken the lead of this race. Let's see, is they going to come down the back straight here? Foots to the floor as they come up to the chicane as well. It looks like Carl Green's all over the back of him. No, he's not going to let him go. Excuse me, my voice is going. I'm so excited as they come into Roberts, the final chicane. It's a cracking corner here. Oh, and it's not. And Carl Green's managed to get the lead back. Off Mark Wright, over they go. Collier's now dropped down to 3rd place as they come over the lines because they lap one here at Donington, a race swap of the Cockshoot Cup, and it's been an absolute cracker already. Through they go. There's going to be chop and change all over the field. We'll keep you up to speed with everything as it happens here, live and exclusive right now at Donington Park. So Green, Collier, Greenbank's up to 3rd place, car number 66, and Butler is up to 4th. Lowry is 5th, Witt is 6th, Peters in 7th, Greenbank number 19 is 8th, Wignall is 9th, Coulthard is 10th, Bellamy 11th, Johnson. Oh, it's all change again and again and again and again. There we go. Let me just get it through for you. So Green, Wright, Collier, Greenbank, Butler, Lowry, Witt, Peters, Greenbank, Wignall, Coulthard, Bellamy, Johnson, Wright, Jackson, Woodward, Cochrane, Jones, Payne, Church, McClure, Wignall, Pittock, Holdsworth, Riles, Johnson, Waddington in the pits, unfortunately. Has Waddington, Helen Waddington, car number 3, in the pits in her MGF. So hopefully can get back out onto the track sooner rather than later. So here they come again. It's the national circuit, of course, so they come round thick and fast. That's exactly what we want. It is Carl Green. He's holding the lead of this race. Through goes Mark Wright in 2nd place. There's Collier in 3rd. And Lowry's moved up to 5th place as well, dropping Butler down to 6th. Peters has gone up to 7th place. Witts has dropped down to 9th. Coulthard has made up another place and jumped up to 9th place at the expense of Greenbank, number 19. Bellamy's made up a place to 11th. Wignall has dropped down to 12th. Johnson is 13th and stays 13th. Jackson has made up a place to 14th. Wright's dropped down to 15th. Woodward stays in 16th. Payne's up to 17th. Cochrane is down to 18th. And Jones is down to 19th. Wignall. Oh, we've got 2 Wignalls, haven't we? Yeah, Wignall number 5, so he's dropped down to 12th place, but to Wignall 14 is up to 20th. 21st, actually, because Church is 20th. So we've got Paul Wignall, car number 5. And we've got Leon Wignall, number 14. Fastest lap of the race so far, a 1:21.927. As soon as the race finishes, we're going to see if we can get ourselves into Parc Fermé. Now, we tried this earlier actually with the BCV8s, but they're just running straight through. So we might be better off sticking up here and maybe just going to catch the drivers once the racing action has finished with our exclusive paddock walk. There they go. There is Carl Green. He is your race leader. There goes. Oh no! Mark Wright's pulled into the pits. I don't believe it. Mark Wright's in the pits. He's got a problem. He was running. He actually took the lead, didn't he, early on? A bit of smoke, a bit of dust has been kicked up around McLean's as well from someone. Mark Wright pulls into the pits. And let's hope that's not terminal. Let's hope we can get that car going again. There's something wrong. He's just chatting to a couple of his mechanics. What a shame that is for Wright. And Ashley Woodward pulls into the pits down in front of us as well. Woodward pulls into the pits, and Mark Wright's race is over. He goes straight back to the paddock. That there is Ashley Woodward. He just pulls into the pits as well. And Ashley Woodward, oh, please don't tell me we've lost another driver. Oh, this is thrilling stuff though, isn't it? It really, really is. We've had a message from Phil Rigby. Good luck, Cockshooters. Sat here in my race suit weeping because I've missed it. At least, Phil, you get to watch it. The next best thing, eh? The next best thing. So plenty of action going on at the minute. There is Carl Green, your overall race leader. Remember, there's multiple classes in the Cockshoot Cup. We'll keep you up to date with everything as well. Exciting stuff. It's Green, Collier, Greenbank, number 66 now has been promoted to 3rd. Mark Wright came into the pits. Lowry, that promotes Lowry up to 4th place as well. He's having a very strong race indeed. Peters, Witt, Butler, Coulthard, Coulthard, Greenbank, Bellamy, Wignall, Johnson, Jackson, Wright, Payne, Woodward in the pits, likely to be out. Jones, Cochrane, McClure, Pittock, Holdsworth, Riles, Johnson, Church, Wignall. That's Leon Wignall, 25th. We've lost Helen Waddington from this race as well, unfortunately. Came into the pits, retired the car. So 13.5 minutes left to go. 13 minutes, unlucky for some, not for others. Lucky number for me, actually, 13. So we're bound to see some exciting action then. So here the cars come. It's going to be constant action now. We have waved yellows as well. We have waved yellows up at McLean's. So we got double waved yellows up at McLean's as well. So let's just keep an eye out whether that is there a risk of a safety car. I'm not really sure why. The double waved yellows up at McLean's. Of course, it's the right-hander at the far side of the circuit. We can just see it actually, but I can't see why there's waved in. But something's happened down the back straight there. We're not really sure what. Oh, Church and Wignall. Something happened between Church and Wignall. That's Leon Wignall, number 14. They've got that exclamation mark next to their names on TSL. So we think something might have happened with Church and Wignall. We'll get this confirmed for you. So far from this race, we've lost Wright, Woodward, Waddington, and it looks like we might lose Church and Leon Wignall from this race as well. It's still Carl Green in the outright lead. Ray Collier in second, Greenbank in third. That's car number 66, Lowry in fourth, Peters in fifth, Witt in sixth, Butler in seventh, Greenbank number 19 in eighth, Coulthard in ninth, and Wignall in 10th. And of course, when I say Wignall, that's Paul Wignall. There's a Paul and Leon Wignall in the field. So no more waved yellows, fortunately. There's no more yellow flag, which is good. We're back under full circuit green flag racing. Got 11.5 minutes of this race left to go. A lot of action still left to happen. There goes Tony Raj just through our screen. We spoke to him a little bit earlier, didn't we? There goes Dave Gruen. There's Lowry coming over the line as well. Just saw Dave Greenbank going over in third place outright. Lowry in fourth, Peters in fifth, Witt in sixth, Butler in seventh. Just about to have car number 19, the Greenbank car. That's Christopher Greenbank. So here we go, more incredible action as it happens for you live at Donington Park. Green, Collier, Greenbank, Lowry, Peters, Witt, Butler, Greenbank, Coulthard, Wignall, Bellamy, Paul Wignall that is, Bellamy. Jackson makes a move up to 12th place, number 99, Johnson at the expense of Johnson, number 48, and Wright, Payne, Jones, Cochrane, McClure, Pittock, Holdsworth, Riles, Johnson, 68, and we've lost Wright, Woodward, Church, Leon Wignall and Helen Waddington from this race. There is your race leader, just in the screen, number 30, coming over the line. Very closely followed by Ray Collier. He's not letting him go though, is he? And we'll just see how far back number 66 is, Dave Greenbank. And Simon Lowry very close as well. So we're just waiting. Here he comes. Here comes David Greenbank, number 66. But he's got Simon Lowry close to him as well. So that'll be a good tussle all the way to the checkered flag. About this type of racing, don't we? The Cockshoot Cup, it's constant action. There's always something going out on track. This is what we love to see. A few comments coming in. Jane Peters saying, "Go Mike Peters." Eileen Hutchinson and Siobhan Durkin going, "Go Simon Lowry." Whoop whoop Simon Lowry. Karma Hutchinson, "Woohoo Simon." This is what we like. Do comment below. We can see the comments, as you can hear. We are reading them out as well, so drop us comments below. We want to hear from you. The cars coming over the line here at Donington Park. There's still 9.5 minutes of this action-packed Cockshoot Cup race still to go. Stick with us. Don't go anywhere. Where else would you possibly want to be right now? So Carl Green, the outright race leader, fastest lap of the race so far, 121.630. Ray Collier in second fastest lap was a 122.032. So Carl Green, dare never ever say in control, because anything can happen. And Collier is still only 2.8 seconds behind. And oh no, I don't believe it. I think Lowry, unfortunately we got a problem. There he goes. Lowry's in the pits, and I think that's an issue. Oh, I blame myself, because I literally just read out those messages, didn't I? Simon Lowry retires from this race. He was going so well. He was in 4th place. He was trying to sniff down David Greenbank and maybe make the podium. Unfortunately, Simon Lowry is out of this race. What a shame that is. So he also joins, we've lost number 78 as well in the pits. Ian Wright, I think, is out of this race as well. So we've lost both Wrights, Mark and Ian Wright, out of the race. Oh no. So we've lost, unfortunately, it looks like we've lost Simon Lowry from this race, Ian Wright from this race. We've lost Mark Wright from the race, Ashley Woodward. We've lost Church, Leon Wignall and Helen Waddington out of this race. What a terrible shame that is, but it does mean we still have a number of runners and riders out there. It's Green, Collier, David Greenbank, Peters, Witt, Butler. Unfortunately, it's now no longer Lowry. It's Green, then it's Greenbank, then it's Paul Wignall, it's David Coulthard, Jackson, Bellamy, Johnson, Payne, Jones, Cochrane, McClure, Pittick, Holdsworth, Riles, Johnson, number 68. You just never know what's going to happen in motorsport. Just keep it on the track. Who knows what will happen? We've got 6.5 minutes of this race left. It's the Cockshoot Cup. It's live here at Donington Park. It's race 1. We've got to do it all again tomorrow. How exciting is that? But we're not finished with the Cockshoot Cup. Once the checkered flag falls either, we will be in the paddock for an exclusive behind-the-scenes paddock walk. We'll be mixing it with the drivers, close-ups of the cars, getting the exposure to see the things you just don't normally get to see at any sporting event. And we'll be doing it live with access to all areas from about, what time are we now? Just after 4 o'clock. It always feels a little bit calm before the storm, doesn't it? 5 minutes of this race, well, what are we? Yeah, just over 5 minutes of this race left to go. Still Carl Green, your outright race leader, Ray Collier in second, and David Greenbank in third, Peters in fourth, Witt in fifth, Butler in sixth. Then the other Greenbank car, number 19 in seventh, then Paul Wignall in eighth, Coulthard in ninth, Jackson in 10th. Bellamy in 11th, Johnson in 12th, Payne in 13th, Jones 14th, Cochrane 15th, McClure 16th, Pittick, Holdsworth in 17th, Riles 18th, and Johnson in 19th. The last of the runners still out on the track. There goes Paul Wignall, car number 5 in the green MG. Cockshoot Cup is serving up a real feast. Class F Championship standings, Brian Butler in the lead in that. Phil Rigby in second, Tom Church is out of this race in third. Class C is of Ray Collier, who of course going very well. Keith Eager, Carl Green. So Carl Green's going to make up a bit of a few places in the championship here. Certainly if he picks up a win again tomorrow. Class B, Mike Peters, Mike Bellamy, James Johnson, Ian Witt, John Payne right in the mix then. Class A, Paul Wignall, Leon Wignall, Ian Wright and Phil Yates very closely contested in that. Unfortunately, Ian Wright and Leon Wignall out of this race, so Paul Wignall is certainly going to pick up, maybe quite comfortably extend his lead as well. Cup, there is a link in the body of this broadcast. It'll take you straight through to the MGCC Cockshoot Cup website. Do click it and you can find out even more about this superb championship and how you can get involved with it. So it is just expanded the broadcast a bit, and you can see that. It's well worth finding out a little bit more. It really, really is, because Class A is for standard cars using road legal treaded tyres. Class B is for road modified cars still using road legal treaded tyres with greater engine and transmission modifications. Class C is for fully modified cars using racing tyres and with major body engine and transmission modifications. Class F for road going modified MGF and MGTF cars. So if you picked all that up and you own one of those cars, come and get involved. Equally, if you want to find out more about the Metro Cup or the MG Cup, there are links to both their websites also in the body of this broadcast. If you just want to find out more about the MG Car Club, go to the MG Car Club website. So, as the clock starts to tick down, there's less than 3 minutes of this race to go, and it is Carl Green who's looking good for the outright honours. That's the Class C championship standings. Paul Wignall going very well and looking like he might be able to pick up the Class A honours. Mike Peters in 4th place overall in Class B. He's having a cracking race, isn't he? He's looking good for the Class B honours there. And Brian Butler looking good for Class F honours at the minute. That's how it stands out on track in each of the 4 classes. So exciting stuff. But Carl Green, the outright leader, following him around. Of course, the reason why that's important is because Carl Green will determine when the last lap of the race is, once he crosses over the line. And it won't be yet. In fact, I think we might still get 2 laps in here, because they've only just recently gone over. So we should still get, they'll be on their penultimate lap of the race right now. Well, just started their penultimate, so the cars you're seeing now are about to start their penultimate lap of the race. Here they come. There goes Ian Cochrane, number 61 over the line. Oh, and I think we've lost Bellamy from this race as well. Mark Bellamy, I think, has retired from this race. He's off the track somewhere. We're not seeing any waved yellows or anything, so I think he might have just pulled up with a mechanical issue, but it looks like Mark Bellamy is also retired from this race. That's a shame. There goes Brian Butler in that glorious MGF, the red and blue one, as it comes over the line. Class F leader, Class F championship leader as well, multiple winner already this season. So we've got 52 seconds left on the clock. I'm just waiting to see Carl Green, of course, your outright race leader. So your checkered flag will be determined by him, and here he comes now. So we will have one more lap left. Carl Green coming over the line there, number 30. It is to start the final lap of this race. There's Ray Collier in second, number 10. There goes Johnson. So where is David Greenbank? He's currently in 3rd place. He was having a great battle, wasn't he, with Lowry, Simon Lowry, but unfortunately Simon Lowry's pulled into the pits and out of the race, so it is now Mike Peters in 4th place. We're just waiting for David Greenbank, who's in 3rd. Where is he? Oh, someone getting a little bit wide there. I've seen Cochrane just run a little bit wide. Right, there goes Dave Greenbank over the line. So he's in 3rd place, out on track outright. Peters is in 4th place, car number 6. There goes Mike Peters. There goes Brian Butler as well, Class F leader. So it looks like Mike Peters is going to pick up Class B honours. I think so Paul Wignall is going to pick up Class A honours. And it looks like Carl Greenbank is going to pick up Class C honours. Checkered flag falls, and it is Greenbank who takes the win. Ray Collier comes home in 2nd place. So Carl Greenbank does his championship the world of good by picking up race 1 for the Cockshoot Cup here in Class C. Magnificent stuff indeed. We're just waiting for the rest of the cars to come over. Jackson and Johnson in 10th and 11th respectively have crossed the line. Now we're just waiting for the rest of the field to come through. We've got a few more classes to settle, of course. Let's not forget about that. So I'm just trying to see what class actually Dave Greenbank is at 66. I'm assuming he's Class C as well. There goes Mike Williams though, to come over the line. Wonderful stuff. That's not Mike Williams, Mike Peters, apologies. Mike Peters, Class B to come over the line. Brian Butler goes over the line as well for Class F. Fantastic stuff. The final few cars now, just taking a checkered flag here at the Cockshoot Cup. Tony Riles going over the line there. There goes Paul Wignall. He takes the checkered flag. Paul Wignall comes home in 8th place overall, but of course he's in Class A. And there goes Carl Green, your race winner, back down the pit lane. He'll head straight to Parc Fermé. Like I said, they're not stopping. They're going straight through, which means we can't actually grab a word of them. But don't worry, you won't miss out because we will go chat to them a little bit later as well. You won't miss it, I do assure you of that. We'll catch up with the drivers in the paddock a little bit later. We're bringing you live, exclusive behind the scenes that you just don't get to see anywhere else. So whilst the cars are coming in, let's just pop TSL up onto the screen for you so you can have a little look for yourself to see how things have finished here at the Cockshoot Cup, race 1 here at Donington Park. Exciting stuff indeed, it really, really was. Congratulations to all the runners and riders. Carl Green picking up the honours, the outright honours there. Ray Colley in 2nd, Greenbank in 3rd, Peters in 4th, Witt in 5th, Butler in 6th, Greenbank in 7th, Wiggler in 8th, Coulthard in 9th, Jackson in 10th, Johnson in 11th, Jones in 12th, Cochrane in 13th, McClure in 14th, Pittock Holdsworth in 15th and Riles in 16th. We did Johnson in 18th, car number 68. We did lose a number of drivers. Payne on the last lap as well, unfortunately. But Bellamy, Lowry, Wright, both Wrights we lost from the race there. Woodward, Church, Wignall and Helen Waddington out of the race. It was Leon Wignall we lost from the race. So there we go. Exciting, entertaining stuff. We can pop that TSL down now. We'll just enjoy watching these cars come back in to the pit lane here. They'll make their way through to Parc Fermé and then straight through. And of course we will be heading down to the paddock very, very shortly to catch up with the drivers. You won't want to miss it, by the way. Exclusive live behind the scenes content you can't see anywhere else. It's going to be a real treat. We'll be bringing you our live paddock walk very, very shortly. Right, there we go. That rounds out our action for the on-track action for today. But like I said, don't go too far because we will be back in just over half an hour or so to bring you our live and exclusive paddock walk behind the scenes. That's right. We're going to have a microphone, myself, behind the scenes coverage. We don't know what's going to happen. No script, nothing. It's going to be well worth a watch. Come back just after 4 o'clock.